Put a little bit of the rub, nigga, I gotta be safe.
Let's get to sports talk.
Ever been paid more annually than Anthony Rendon will be from the Los Angeles Angels. Yes, he leaves the Washington Nationals and gets an identical contract to his former free agent teammate Steven Strasburg. 7 years, $245 million for Anthony Rendon. It was a story broken by our own John Heyman, who joins us now on MLB Tonight. John, walk us through how this all came together. It feels like rather quickly on Wednesday, right?
Yeah, it feels that way. Yesterday was the first we heard of the Angels' involvement with Anthony Rendon. I'd heard that Artie Moreno, the Angels owner, loves Rendon, and really, what's not to love? He's one of the best players in the game, terrific defensive third baseman, and an incredible hitter, particularly in the clutch.
That's a good addition for the Angels. You know, that helped out Mike Trout, Upton, Shohei Ohtani. It helped him out. Now, like, you got another good star player to go along with that team. Only thing they need is this pitching. Because Shohei, he can do both hit and pitch. Like, they need another pitcher outside of him. That's all. They just need another ace to go with that team to be able to get the Angels back to the playoffs.
They talked all day today and worked it out, and he gets the same deal that Steven Strasburg, his former teammate, got. Just as you referenced, they have a very, very powerful lineup, including what I would say is the best 3-4 combo in baseball now with Trout and Rendon. Rendon was part of the best 3-4 combo in my estimation this year with Soto, but now he moves west and hooks up with Mike Trout, the best player in the game.
How close were the Rangers to landing Anthony Rendon?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know that Evan Grant from the Dallas Morning News said that they had bowed out about an hour ago. I'm not sure that they were at 7 years. The years might have been the difference, but obviously the Rangers were very interested. We know the Dodgers were interested. Justin Turner had set it up and very generously offered to change positions, go to first base probably, or maybe second base. There were a lot of...
When you're doing these contracts with these big-time players, the money has to be right before they can go there. It had to be right for them to go there, and it had to be the right situation to go there. Like, if you have opportunity to go play with Mike Trout, one of the best players in MLB right now, you get the opportunity, you go ahead and take that deal. It just had to be right. Situations had to be right for certain players.
Teams that were in play there. Obviously, the Phillies had checked in at some point. His old Nats team had made him an offer before the end of the season, and the Braves are looking for a third baseman. So, third base market is still very, very interesting with Josh Donaldson, another superstar, free agent still out there, and trade pot.
Like, the Nats probably ain't offering what he wanted. He said probably time to move on. Like, he probably did want to stay in Washington, but that money gotta be right. Like, that's all it have to be. He had a good year, so he just felt like he deserved more money from his former team. They probably ain't offered the contract he wanted, and he just moved on.
Chris Bryant, yet another superstar third baseman, plus Miguel Andujar, very talented hitter from the Yankees. So still a lot going on in third base market, but Anthony Rendon, superstar, is done with the Angels, $245 million.
Are you hearing any details within the contract? No trade, opt-out, any of that?
I don't know for sure, but normally when somebody gets $245 million, there are plenty of bells and whistles as well.
Okay, John Heyman with the very latest, breaking the story on this night, the biggest story. Anthony Rendon, 7 years, $245 million to the LA Angels.
Now, I feel like since they missed out on Garrett Cole, go ahead and get Madison Bumgarner to go along with Shohei Ohtani. Go and get him. Still a solid pitcher, a good ace that would help that team out with pitching. They get him, it's a turning table for the Angels. Now that you got Rendon in there, go ahead and get Madison Bumgarner to come in there and be that ace.
Michael, what do you think of this move for the Halos?
I'm impressed because Artie Moreno, I tip my hat to you. When there's something you like,
The bankroll is limitless because we've seen it in the past. Albert Pujols, Josh Hamilton, C.J. Wilson going way back. But one thing I do love about Anthony Rendon, he checks all the boxes for the new age analytic guy. Slugs, gets on base, barrels up the ball. But this old school guys, I saw it in the postseason, shortening up his swing, hitting a ground ball to second when the shift was big because he knew driving in that run. Those 126 runs that he drove in didn't all come because he barreled up the ball as an on-base and slugging machine. Sack flies played a part. I think he just understands how to hit so well, and you pony him up with Ohtani, Trout, obviously. We don't even talk about Albert Pujols.
It's going to be a big hole to fill in Washington at third base. You know, they still got Turner. They still got Taylor. You know, and they still got Soto. You know, they still got Strasburg. It's just, that's a big hole right there. Right there at third base. Like, that was the piece of that team. Now you got to figure out a way to replace that third baseman right there. Will you go get Josh Donaldson to play third base for y'all? If he can play third base, I think he do play third base. But go get him and just try to fill that hole right there. Because that's the big shoes to have to fill. Because he was that big part of that core of winning that championship.
Be hitting seventh in this lineup. Sorry, Albert, not seventh. We'll hit you sixth, as we see here. I mean, it's going to be a really impressive and interesting team to look at. I'm very interested to see, okay, now they got the offense taken care of. They had major issues in the rotation. I don't think Artie Moreno's done. You're not going to make this play and then not address something else that has been glaring if you're going to compete even in your own division.
Yeah, I think for me, first off, I had a chance in 2012. I signed with the Washington Nationals, and the buzz was about Bryce Harper, #1 overall pick, and rightfully.
All you need in baseball is good pitching, a good start rotation, but you also just need that one guy, that one ace. Like you already, my eyes, you already got, so hey, that's an ace. Go get you another one. That's why I say Madison Bumgarner is still out there. Put him with him. That would help your pitching out so good. That's the main reason I think Angels can really give it a hump, because their pitching ain't been really good. Their offense been pretty good. It just, you need that pitching to be good, to be able to keep opposing teams from scoring runs on you. You just need that one guy to come in and help that pitching rotation out. And the big name is Madison. Go get him, because you already got a good third baseman. You already got a good outfield in Upton and Trout. You already, and Kuhn, you already got a good outfield. You already got a good infield. Just get that pitching and a good rotation, and they set to go. That's all you need in baseball. It's just good pitching.
So, and you go into cages in spring training and everybody's banging, and certain guys just have a different sound in their bat. 2011, 6th overall pick out of Rice. You couldn't take your eyes off this kid, right? And he's not imposing. He's not huge. He just sets that front foot down, and for some reason, he could roll out of bed Christmas morning and barrel anything up. It is amazing. I'm happy for him. And when you look at that lineup, man, you just think, how can you win your division? Because once you get to the postseason, anybody's got a chance, right? You can get hot. How do you win your division? I think Houston could potentially take a step back.